Hope you are as well with him today, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a hang out, bang out, clang out. Yeah, it's just a quick hangout with all my people out there. Lisa D and I are in the Philippines, in Cebu, Philippines. We're having an awesome time. Today is Sunday evening. It's about 7:36 p.m. We've been out and about all day. We went to church today, heard an awesome sermon about being set apart. And we wanted to touch base with the people that we love dearly and clearly. The Love Train Nation, one nation under groove, one nation under God. That's what we want to deal with tonight. And we want to say, if you have any topics on your mind, any questions for me and Lisa D, let us know. Lisa D's in the background. I don't know what it is about her. She always got to be seen and heard. You know what I'm saying? But that's right. I love my lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? If you got a woman out there like that to be seen and heard, hear her, listen to her, and watch her, look at her. That may make her day. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about current situations here in the Philippines. Recently, there is a station that's going to go off the air. So for those of you that know CNN, there's a CNN on the national level in the United States, right? But here in the Philippines, they have a CNN Philippines. And that's been on since I moved here about 9 years. It's been on the air 9 years, guys. CNN Philippines sadly has reported that they will be taking themselves off of the air. They're going to be closing out that program. That whole station is going to be shutting down. And the reason why, they're owned by CNN, which is the national corporation in America, of course. Turner Broadcasting is owned by them, and also the Warner Brothers, Time Warner. They're closing them down because they're just can't. It doesn't make financial sense to continue. They're losing over 3 billion pesos per year, and they've been trying to keep it afloat. And that's one of the channels I watch a lot. I watch CNN Philippines because that channel keeps it speaks English primarily versus Tagalog or Cebuano Visayas. So just to let you know, those of you that frequently come out here and watch CNN Philippines, it is going off the air. It looks like it's going to be going off in sometime in either February or March. The date is not specific yet, but they made that announcement recently. Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are keeping with the current events in the Philippines, there is a big deal going on here about jeepney drivers, okay? And the real name for it is called jeepney consolidation, okay? So what does that mean, Bobby? What you mean by the jeepney? Jeepneys, man. For those that, well, let me just backtrack for a moment. For those of you who may or may not know, a jeepney is the public form of transportation that the people here in the Philippines use to get around wherever they're going. For example, like in the United States, we've got buses, we've got trains, we've got taxis, et cetera, and you pay your money. That's it. You got strikes. But here they have jeepneys. Jeepneys is like a small SUV, or a small minivan, and everybody piles into that. Like, I think the passenger capacity is usually about 20, 30 people, and they packed in. You usually get about 40. I told you, that's how it works there. You usually wind up getting about 40 people packed in there like sardines. You're like, and you sneeze, everybody feel the sweat. Everybody feel the spit coming from your mouth. That's how close you are, man. So that's being phased out. What's up, Robin? How you doing, my brother? Good to see you in the house today. First man up in the house. Yeah, and that's been going on ever since this country that I know about it. And so for those of you that are coming out here in the next, I would say, next year or so, you will not see any jeepneys. You will see buses. That's what's pretty much on the roads now, buses. Buses have taken the places of jeepneys. What happened was, for those of you who remember, we had the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic within the last few years, and that pandemic caused a lot of the jeepneys to be taken off the routes of the transportation route, because as I just mentioned, everybody's closed up like this in the jeepneys, right? And so that caused it could spread the virus real quickly. So they had to shut down the jeepneys, and when they shut down the jeepneys, they still had to have a form of transportation. So they created buses. Buses are a little bit more, it's a little more space and so forth. They have to wear masks and everything for the pandemic, rather. So buses are taking places of the jeepneys now. And many people are loving it. Some people are hating it because buses are taking the place of jeepneys, but the prices of the fares are going up. The old jeepney price is like 10 pesos, 5, 8 pesos, depending on where you're going. Now, the prices for the buses are like 30 pesos, 25 pesos, and people like, I can't pay that. They like to ride the comfort of the new buses and so forth. But the cost of it is really a concern for many people. Remember, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very poor country. So anything that's going to go up on them, it really puts them in a very tight situation. So that's happening now. Recently, they were supposed to, the jeepneys, all jeepneys were supposed to be off the road by January 31st of this year, 2024. However, the president has declared that they're going to extend the deadline before all jeepneys are off the road. Now, they're also making some concessions to the jeepney drivers. They're giving them, the city is giving them loans to purchase they call it consolidated jeepney, which is a revamped jeepney made into a bus. It's more convenient. And one of the reasons why they're pulling the jeepneys off the road because it contributes to the pollution in the air. They use the old diesel, gasoline, and many of the jeepney owners or drivers would not maintain their vehicle, so it's a lot of pollution. They just did whatever they could to keep it running. Okay, so that is going to be phased out, and the jeepney drivers are pissed, PO'd. I'll put it like that. They're not happy at all, man. Because what happens is this: whenever they phase out all of the jeepney drivers, what they're doing now is larger corporations are doing what's called consolidating. They're buying up all the routes that the jeepney drivers have, right? And they're putting buses on those routes. And rather than them hiring the older, because a lot of the jeepney drivers like 60, 70 years old, in the Philippines, you drive till you drop or you work till you drop. There's no like, well, I'm gonna give me some money. They have no retirement out here. So people work till they can't work no more. So the majority of the jeepney drivers are older gentlemen, okay? Senior citizens. So when you take that bus or that jeepney away from them and then they have nothing else, there's no more work. What are they going to do? And so they're pissed, they're PO'd about that. And so what happens is the larger corporations are consolidating all the routes and they're making nice, new, clean, modernized jeepney buses, or they call them buses now. And that's causing the older jeepney guys to not have work. Now, the city is offering them loans so that they can revamp their jeepneys into modernized buses. But the loans are so costly. To revamp their buses, it's usually about 200,000, 300,000, and they cannot afford the loans. They're trying to make a cost where they can afford it, but it's still too much for them. So the older guys are like, what am I going to do? Because what's going to happen is the larger corporation, they're going to hire some of the jeepney drivers, but it won't be all of them, okay? The older guys are probably wind up trying to figure out what they're going to do, because like I said, that's all they know. You've been around the jeepney all your life, and then all of a sudden they're taken away. What you going to do? Sit around twiddling your fingers? How you going to eat? How you going to pay your rent? You got bills, So it's a huge problem here in the Philippines. This is like the 5th time they have extended the deadline to phase out the old jeepneys. Okay, and now the deadline is currently April. The new deadline for old deadline was January 31st. The new deadline is April 30th, okay, of 2024. And they have said that there will be no more extensions, okay? So now the jeepney drivers are like, what are we going to do April 30th? And they're having protests. I mean, it's a nightmare, guys. So if you come out here and you run up into a protest march because of the jeepneys, now you know what's going on. That's one of the things that's happening in the Philippines. The other thing in the Philippines, we just got through with the Sinulog season. Those you don't know about Sinulog in Cebu City, it's a religious celebration celebrating the birth of Jesus as an older child. When we celebrate Christmas, that's the birth of Jesus as an infant. The celebration of Sinulog is celebrating baby Jesus as an older child, 2, 3, 5, 6 years old. And that goes on until on the 3rd week of January. It just concluded, and it was I've seen a lot of Sinulog since I've been here 9 years. I've seen a lot of them, and this one compared to the others I've seen was not a whole lot of stuff. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't as big as the others, and the reason why is because a lot of people are not coming out like it was before. And one of the reasons why is because there has been a threat from the rebel factions here in the Philippines, in Mindanao, about bombing. Okay, those of you who don't know, this certain parts of the Philippines is not very safe. I'm be honest with you. Where we are right now in Cebu City, normally that's pretty safe. That's considered. Let's put it like that. There's nowhere safe, okay? But as when you compare Cebu City and the bombings and so forth they've had very little here, okay? So that's considered safe. But if you go to Mindanao, that's the home of most of the rebels. That's where most of those cities, except for maybe Davao, which is the largest city in Mindanao, that Davao would probably be considered somewhat safe. They've had bombings there as well. But they were the reason why the synagogues are not as good now or big now as they were before, because people are frightened. They just had a big bombing at a school in Mindanao College, and there were several fatalities there. And I think that had a very, very big effect on the crowd size and the people coming out to partake in the synagogue of 2024. So that's what's happening here in the Philippines. A lot of other things going on. They're thinking about charter they're trying to attract more businesses here in the Philippines. One of the reasons why businesses don't come out here to the Philippines a lot is because Philippines has to have a certain percentage of ownership in or any business that comes out here, and that's a deterrent for a capitalistic company that wants to maximize their profits. And so what the Philippines is trying to do now, they're trying to change the charter, which is the constitution of the Philippines, which would allow foreign companies or foreign investors to come in here without them having to own a percentage of their business. So that would open it up for foreign investment, and that would cause the country to move up and be more soluble and more attractive to foreign investments. So that's another thing that's happening here in the Philippines as well. Who's got Robin J? He said, greeting, BobbieD. Hello, what's up, Robin? Good to see you, man. Long time no see. He said, BobbieD, are you at least still planning on visiting? Yeah. Lisa and I are going to the United States of America. We'll be out here, man. I don't know where you at, Rob, but if you're in the ATL area, holla at me, man. We'll be in the metropolitan Atlanta area. I'm not going to say specifically where we are because one of my subscribers said, don't tell people where you're going to be specifically because they will dox you. If you don't know what dox is, DOC, that means they'll track you down, may try to do some craziness, so I'm not going to give out my specific address, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be in we in Lisa D, we're going to be in the metro Atlanta area, and we're going to be having a ball, baby. We are ready like Freddy. And it's going to be sooner, very soon. Lisa D's never been in the United States at all. She's met not all, she's met many of my relatives and friends in the United States over the internet. But she's met my sister came out here. Two of my sisters, two of my nieces, and one of my cousins came out here in 2019, and they had an awesome time, man. We had the best time ever. We went all over this place, and so they're going to hook up together, and they can't wait for Lisa. They love Lisa D, man. Lisa D is the kind of person that you fall in love with immediately because she's just a bubbly kind of person. He said, wow, bombings have not heard anything. Oh, you must not be paying attention to the news. The bombing was about maybe a month and a half ago at school, but they always happen periodically out here. Most of the time, Robert, they're in Mindanao. I don't know what part of the Philippines you go to when you come out here, but I have never been to Mindanao, and I have no desire to go there. Mindanao, there's three parts of the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. You have the north or the Luzon area, that's in the Manila area. Then you have the middle of the country, which is called Visayas. That's where Cebu is, and that's where I am. And then you have the southern tip of the country, which is called Mindanao. Okay, Mindanao area, which includes Davao and other cities in that area, that vicinity. Mindanao is the area where the rebels are housed. Okay, that's where the rebels are housed, and I've been out here 9 years. I've seen some of everything in Mindanao. I'm gonna tell you this. This might sound crazy, man. One time, I think it's like maybe the second or third year I came out here. The rebels captured some foreigners. Okay, they captured some foreigners. This guy was from Canada. They took this guy out, man. They took him out. I mean, and guess not only did he met his demise, they took one of these and they just cut, and then they took the head and rolled it down the street. They're playing with you, man. I mean, it sounds It sounds ludicrous, but that's how devious these people are, man. When it comes to foreigners, they have a tendency to capture foreigners and they kidnap them and they hold them for ransom. Okay, this happens quite often. A lot of the Filipino bloggers won't say anything about it, but it happens quite often out here. It hadn't happened a lot recently, but it's when I first got here, that's all was happening all the time, all the time, all the time. So the bombings are still going on, and you have to be careful. If you have a girlfriend in Mindanao, you need to make sure that she. If I was you, I would not visit her wherever. If she doesn't live in Davao, which is the main city, one of the largest city in Mindanao, I would not visit her. And I said, look, I'm gonna meet you. I'm coming to see you, but meet me in Davao because it's more security there, more PMP, which is policemen, and AFP, which is the army there. So you have more protection in a larger city versus a smaller city. So you have to know your geography when you come to a foreign country. You have to know the culture. You have to know it's good that you do know the language. I know Visayas. I don't know Tagalog that much, but I know enough of Visayas. I'm not 100% of Visayas, but I know enough to get around and see what's going on. So, but you need to know some of the language to help yourself navigate certain areas. Thus, what's up, man? Good to see you. Second man in the house. Number 2 won't do. He said, the South is also known as hell. I never heard that one, man, but the South Philippines is rough, man. You better be ready. And you like Freddie, you better be, if you're a foreign man out there or a foreign woman, you better be living one of these. And you better, if I was you, I would never go to any secluded beaches, because that's where they gather around and get people kidnapped, the secluded beach areas. And most foreigners, when they come out here, what's the first thing they want to do? I want to go to the beach, man. They want to go to the beaches, So I would stay away from any secluded beaches. I would go to public areas, and I would try to make sure they got some kind of security out there. I mean, this is what I do. But yeah, Mindanao is can be very, very trying, texting, and very, very difficult if you're a foreign individual. But you have to be careful out there. Now, as I mentioned, the largest city out there is Davao. That's usually secure. People consider that city as more secure than the smaller cities. Okay, so if the Davao is probably okay, but the little smaller cities, I would try to stay away from those. Meet your lady. If your lady's from a smaller city like Cotabato, something like that, tell her, look, that's not for me. Meet me in Davao. I'll meet you there, and we can have a nice time. But I'm not going to a small town. That's how you do. You have to look out for yourself and your health and your safety. It is important when you come to the Philippines. Safety should be your utmost concern. Whenever you're in a smaller country that has a poor country, you're a target. You have a target on your back. It's like a bullseye on your back, and people try to hit the bullseye. What do they mean, BobbieD? What do you mean hit the bullseye? They try to get your money because they think you got something. In the Philippines, when you come out here, if you're a foreign man and if you're African, especially if you're African American, you just you automatically give yourself away. Your color gives you away. Yeah. And so they're gonna come after you and find some kind of way to get to you and to get to your money. Okay, that's just the way it is. And your goal is to not let people take your money and not let people scam you and jam you and flim-flam you. Okay, be ready for any situation that comes your way. People will come up to you and say, I don't have any food. Can you help me? All the sad stories. Do not fall for the sad stories. Little kids will come up to you, do this. That means they want something to eat. They won't say nothing. That's all they'll do, because that's how the parents train them, to make them look sad and hungry. And they'll have dirty clothes on. Don't fall for the sad story. Keep it moving. The number one thing is never associate with little children while you're out here, because that could cause some legal problems for you. A lot of foreigners come out here and they deal with little kids, and they may not be pedophiles and like that, but they could be thought of as a pedophile when you're dealing with a little kid. That's a very, very dangerous thing to do. Stay away from little children. I'm not telling you to be unpolite, unfriendly, but I'm telling you to watch out for yourself. There's a guy that came out here. I think I did a story on it. There's a guy came out here several years ago, and he was actually in Cebu. This guy was in Cebu. This guy met a lady, right? She had 2 kids, right? They lived together. Okay, another Filipino. They had 2 kids. They weren't his kids, but they lived together. So the guy would just being friendly, he lived with his woman, take his kids to school, right? She's a lady work, right? But he wasn't working because he had his money, expat. He takes the kids to school every day. And the next thing you know, the PNP knocked on the door. Who that? It's the PNP. And guess what they wanted? They locked his behind up. Guess what? Somebody complained that he was pedophile. He was messing with the children. Okay. Whether it was true, whether it was not true, it don't matter. It matters that he was arrested and he's still in jail right now trying to fight the charges. Okay. And out here, if they arrest you guys, you can be in jail however long they want you. And you may never see a judge. Okay. They just lock you up. And you can get all kind of lawyers you want. If they're not ready to let you out, you won't get out. The judicial system up here is backed up 10, 15 years. Man. You could be out here forever, just waiting to get a trial, waiting to get a court date for trial, So I'm telling you, man, stay away from children, stay away from women that are married and they say trying to fake like they're not. You have to check them out. If you got a lady out here and she said, well, I'm single and I ain't never been married, you tell them to get a CNMR, which is a certificate of no marriage. Yeah, you want a CNMR. Telling me that tells you, prove that they have never been married, and then you can deal with them. If they've been married, my suggestion to you guys out here dealing with these married women, leave them the H alone. Okay? You hear me, man? If she tell you I'm married, but we separated, they separated or whatever, they still legally married. Out here, there's no divorce. You can get a what they call an annulment, but it's not divorce. And it takes an act of Congress almost and mucho money to get that annulment done. Okay. So a lot of women out here, they'll get married, right, to another Filipino, and they'll wed, they'll live together, and then they break up. Okay. With no divorce, no annulment or whatever. But they think that because of the fact that they broke up, that the marriage is over and they're free to get involved with someone else. That they can get involved with someone else, but legally they're still married. And so that causes problems, because if you get in that relationship with that woman and she's married, guess what, brother? You could get locked up. To lock the H up. If her husband finds out about it, man, it's a nightmare. They got some very archaic laws out here that you would never think of. And you can say, well, they separated, BobbieD, in the USA, if they're separated, or that's okay, that's considered okay. Here it's not. Legally separated and legally married, two different distinctions. If you could be separated and you can still be legally married. That legal marriage takes preference over any type of separation. You can still get your husband, the woman's husband can still have you arrested. Okay, I'm telling you, man, is a whole lot of things out here in the Philippines that's not like the regular Western world. So you have to be careful. You have to know the rules of the road, the rules of this country, and the laws of this country if you want to maintain your freedom, if you don't want to violate anything and get thrown in the clanker. Okay, that's what you do. That's what I do. One of the things that helped me from staying out of a whole lot of stuff when I got here, guys, I found a lady. I came here for Lisa D. That was my goal to get married to her, and we got married. And being with her opened my eyes to a lot of potential pitfalls that could have gotten me, and that helped me out a lot. When you have a Filipina that you can rely on for information and for guiding you through certain situations in this country, you are better off for it. And she's helped me in so many ways. So even if you're not married, if you have somebody out here that's a Filipina native, that's your best bet. And make sure they're not a scammer, okay? They're not just after your on site, but they're after you. That's the main thing. And it takes a lot of time to do that. Time, energy, and conviction to make sure that they're not just leading you on for your money. Robert said, Mindanao had certain areas are dangerous. Yeah, certain areas are dangerous. Like I mentioned, one of the safest areas in Mindanao will be Davao, which is the largest city in Cebu, in the Philippines. The three largest cities in the Philippines are Manila, which is the capital, the one that's number one. Then you got Cebu City, it's number two. And then the third largest city in the Philippines is Davao, okay, which is in Mindanao. So if you surround yourself and stay in the larger cities, that rebel stuff, you probably never have any issues with it. I've never had an issue with the rebels since I've been here 9 years, but I've been in what I consider to be a safe zone or safer zone. Robert, he said, I think, isn't that where Duterte and governor was governor, and he did not play around as governor as president? Yeah, Duterte was from Davao, okay, and he wasn't a governor there. He was actually the mayor of Davao for like over like what 18 or 20 years, something like that. And then he got elected as president. He's a no nonsense kind of guy. He was a good mayor out there, and he was a good president here. He was a no nonsense president here as well. Made a lot of great changes for the people. He is one of the most. I know the world would look at him and say, "Well, he's a bad guy. He's a bit." No, the people out here love Duterte, man. He's one of the most beloved presidents in the history of the Philippines. Okay, and his ratings was always above 75, 80%. I don't care what it was. He was president for 6 years. Had always a stellar rating as compared to how the people thought he did a job. C Max, what's up, man? Good to see you in the house, player. I'm the Himalaya. Yeah, what's up, Robin? Lisa D was a blessing for Bobby. Hey, Lisa D is still a blessing for me, man. She was a blessing then. She's still a blessing now. And we've been married 8 years, and we just celebrated our anniversary in November. We went to Manila, and it was a thriller. You know what I'm saying? We had a great time. But yeah, and then we're going to be going. We always, Lisa and I love to travel. Okay. We before the pandemic is what stopped us traveling. Before the pandemic, we would travel once a year out of the country, and we would usually do it around our anniversary, our marriage anniversary. And so this year, we went to Manila, but we've got a visa. This time, I told Lisa D, I said, the next time we're not going out of the country no more. The next time we go out of the country, it will be to the United States of America. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out of the country, and we're going to the USA, baby. Yeah, we're going to take y'all along with us on a trip. We're going to do a whole lot of videos, live streams. It's going to be maybe some just regular shot videos. There may be some YouTube shorts, but we're going to take y'all everywhere we go and show you how we do it in the United States of America. And then we're going to come back to the Philippines and do our thing, But we eventually, this will be a visit. But then we're going to be going there permanently. We have to wait. The immigration system, man, is so whacked up, man. When Orange Man was in office, this guy really held up a lot of visas and so forth. And it would take double the time to get a visa around the Orange Man. Now, when Biden got in office, we got a visitor visa like that, okay? Took us like 3 or 4 months. Now, the permanent visas are so backed up, we're looking at least a year and a half, 2 years. Can you believe that, man? So we'll be going there permanently, but we got to wait on the visa. I'm not going to go back there by myself unless Lisa D is with me, okay? That's just how we do. We do things together. We do things right, tight, long, and strong. And that's the right way. That's the tight way. That's the long way. And that's the strong way. That's how we do it. So we're going back permanently, but it'll be a while. Robert Tatum, when you come to the USA, when you come to the Philippines, C Max, when you come to the Philippines, man, play in the house. Let us know. Hit me up when you get back, when you get here, so we can shout out to you. If you're coming by Cebu, let me know. We hook up together, or I will just give you a shout out. Okay. But it is Sunday night here, and we just hanging out, guys. I'm throwing out conversation. Tell me what you guys think about the current race for president. We have 2 people on the Republican side right now. We got Nikki Haley and Orange Man, and looking like Orange Man's going to pull this thing out. He's probably going to be the nominee for the Republicans, and it looks like Joseph R. Biden will be the nominee for the Democrats. I'm not caring about who you vote for. That's not my thing. Don't try to get me wrong saying, well, Bobby, you're trying to tell me who to vote. I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for, mister. That's your business. But what I am suggesting is that you vote, VOTE. You mean people suffered and bled and died to get you the right to vote if you're African American? Voters' Right Act came out in 1965. Okay, some of y'all had always had that right, but some of us that was born before 1965 never had the right till 1965 came about. Okay, so take your right to vote seriously and vote. I have to vote through a mail-in vote. And I'm going because I'm in the Philippines and I have to pay to vote, man. I got to send my mail-in vote. I have to send it through FedEx. That means Monte. I got to pay. I got to send it through FedEx and I got to send it like 2 months in advance to make early voting. I'm doing early voting and I'm gonna do a mail-in vote. I'm gonna send it 2 months in advance to the Georgia Elections Commissions, and everything has to be verified. I got to do a lot of verification, all kind of stuff, man. They're making it harder than the last time. In 2020, I voted in 2020, and it wasn't. You didn't have to vote like 2 months early. Like you could vote in 30 days early. Now it's got to be 60 days. Oh God, they changed all kind of stuff, man, trying to do voter suppression. But I don't care what they do. I'm going to vote. I'm going to follow every rule that they said. I'm going to vote, and my vote is going to count. Okay. And you say you got to do well, you know about me. I don't have to vote, man. My vote don't count. Stop this madness, man. Stop the ignorance. Every vote counts. I don't care how big your vote is. I don't care how many votes. Every vote counts. Okay. And your vote counts. You count. You trying to count yourself out. You doing yourself a disservice. Your vote counts. You have a right to vote. Vote. If you're a convicted felon, you ain't got no right to vote. Sit at home. Okay. Wish somebody. Pray for somebody. But if you're not a convicted felon, you have a right to vote. Vote, man. Okay. Robert Tate, see, I'm here in the United States. I like Duterte, especially when he made those comments about police killing innocent unarmed black men in the USA. Politicians complain about him. Yeah, he made that statement years ago, and it's a true statement. I mean, you guys know, if you're an African American man, how difficult it is to live in the United States, and especially during the time of the regime of Donald J. Trump. I mean, we were getting taken out left and right. Almost every day, you heard some black person getting locked up, shot and killed, and some kind of craziness, And so it was very difficult under that regime. I wasn't there, thank goodness I was here, but I did stories on it. I heard the stories of what happened, and I did videos on a lot of that stuff. So I felt like I was there when I was doing, as I did the videos, because all the details were right in front of me. So it is difficult as an African American to live in the United States. But I want to tell you something, guys. You may disagree with me on this. Many of you may or may not. I don't know. But it is difficult to live anywhere in this world if you have this melanin in your skin. If you're in a country that is not melanin dominated. In other words, if you're not in an African country, if you're not in a Caribbean country where they're run by black people, if you're in a European society, you're going to deal with issues because of your color. Many people in this world, I don't care where you are, deal with what's up, Puggy, Puppy Gaming. I'm sorry, Puggy. I said Puggy, Puppy. What's up, man? So good to say. Everybody hit the like button one time. Once more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Chit your pike and you hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, man. Come on now. Everybody hit the like button. You looking at me right now? You listening to me? Hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. Come on now. Let's go. But yeah, wherever you live in this world, if you have melanin in your skin, this color skin I have, it's darkness. People have preconceived notions about you. Yeah. They think you ugly. They think you black. I mean, they think you dumb. They think you nasty. You don't bathe. You think you beat your wife. You beat your kids. They think you drug dealer. I can go right on down the line. Any negative connotation that you can think of, any negative connotation or stereotype you can think of, most people have it in their minds about African or black people, whether you're from Africa or whether you're from America. If you black, you got to get back. If you white, you all right. If you brown, stick around. And the same sentiment, ladies and gentlemen, is inhabited by the people in the Philippines, the native Filipinos. You might think BobbieD, you wrong, man. I come out there all the time. They treat me good. Yeah. If you're doing what it is, change to the change, they'll treat you good and your mama good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you're not doing the change to the change, you're not making it rain, you better get back. You better get back, Jack, if you black. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I tell you that a lot because many of you come out here and you've never experienced that racism. You've never experienced where someone treated you wrong. What were we doing today? Okay, I tell you, I can give a perfect example. Be a perfect example. Today, Lisa D and I went to Starbucks. We normally go to Starbucks after church. We get a little cup of coffee, whatever. You know, we sit there, we chit chat, and we decide we spend time. We enjoy the company of each other. You know, that's how you bond, man. That's how you get closer in your relationship. You sit down, you chit chat, you talk, and you just experience the blessings of each other. Okay, so we sit down, we go to Starbucks. And I said, I'm going to, I said, what you want? Now I told her what she told me what she wanted. I told her what I'm good. I go to the counter, man. I said, and I was eligible for a discount, right? The guy, the guy wouldn't give me my, I said, sir, he said, I'm eligible for this discount. I want this discount on my drink. Well, I have to go to the manager about that. I said, go to the manager. This is a part of your program. I want my discount. You don't have to go, sir, I want my discount. The guy gave me such a hassle because I was melanated. I was black and I had to get back. He didn't trust me. I was trying to get over on him. So he went to the manager. And the manager said, so yeah, he qualifies. This, he had to go to the manager. If I was Caucasian, it wouldn't have been no problem. If I was Filipino, it wouldn't have been no problem. But I was black and I had to get back. That happens all the doggone time. I don't care where I'm at. It could be in America. Okay? I don't care. The skin color has a tendency to influence people negatively about you as an individual. Okay? And so you better get that in your mind. Don't come out here thinking because you black, but they love black people, they love black. No, not so, my brother. Okay? Come out here with that, you're gonna be messed up. Or they may treat you good in front of your face. As soon as you turn around, they'll call you all kind of names. He stink. His breath stink. All kind of stuff they call. You just don't know, man. My wife, thank goodness for my wife. She done told me some of everything. She done overheard them say about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, don't come out here and but and I'm just not trying to knock. I'm just not trying to knock the people down here. You will see that in front of your face, they treat you with a certain amount of decency. Okay, usually. Okay, but behind your back is when they put you down. Okay, that's how they do it. Versus America, in front of your face, they'll call you the N-word. Okay, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do it in your face. So that I'd rather for them to do it in my face than behind my back, because that way I know where they stand. You know what I'm saying? But those are the understandings, and those are the types of stereotypes that understand of the people that understand the culture that you need to know when you come out here to dwell and to live into habitat. Okay, and when you understand that, then you have a better idea of how to get along with these people. Okay, not everybody is prejudiced out here. I must admit, it's not all of the people, but I have found from being out here 9 years, many of them are. And I found that out by living around them. I live in a subdivision with Filipinos. And when we first got here, everything was fine. And then as time go on, people out here got jealous of me because I didn't have to lift a finger to go out to work, like get on nobody's job like they did, And so when people see you living better than them, and I have more money than them, they get a little jealous. They get that crab mentality. They want to do stuff. They want to talk bad about you. They want to make up lies, all kind of craziness, man. So me and my wife have seen the gamut out here, and so we want to move back. I'd rather go where I know where people are and the way they are, and I don't want to buy. If you're racist, I understand you're racist. I'd rather deal with you in front of my face, tell me that in front of my face, and then backstabbing me. You know what I'm saying? We got right here, BobbieD, DC One Nation, Blue One Love. We got. Hold up, y'all. Let me get back. I missed a lot of comments. I got to go down here. Okay, I got Puppy Gaming in the house. He said, everybody hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up now. Come on. 3 likes? Come on. Hit the like button for me, please. It don't take but a second. Hit the like button. 1, 2, 3. Chit-cha-pie, y'all. Hit the like button. Come on. He said, I've seen all of my loved ones die in front of me. Okay. Very, 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 very sad situation. Very, very sad comment. Puppy Gaming, he's 1211, and saying he's seen he's saying all of his loved ones die in front of him. So I'm assuming by his statement that he means uh, I'm assuming that he means the his loved ones who died from police or other reasons because of racial overtones. So I'm sorry to hear that, but it's common. You know, that's what people of African American nature we're used to that. Not and that's not the norm. We don't want to make it norm, but we understand that that happens and stuff like that happens, and so we never get comfortable with it, but we have learned how to do what deal with it. Okay, let's go. Trent, what's up, Trent? Good to see you, man. Hit the like button for me, Trent. Okay, puppy, hit that like button for me, man. Do that for me, Trent. He said, what up, my nickel?" I'm glad you didn't say the other N word. I'll play that. Nah, yeah, I'm doing good, man. You doing good, Trent? So good to see you in the house, man. Trent, I want to be a dime. I don't want to be a nickel, man. Give me a dime or give me a dollar, make me holler. What's up? What's up, puppy? He said, "Have you heard the sound of a neck snapping?" No, I don't want to hear one. Puppy, where you live, man? Puppy, where you live, man? Puppy get a little serious. He said, "Have you ever heard the sound of a neck snapping?" No, I never heard that, puppy. I'm sorry, man. I never heard that. I'm not trying to be facetious about somebody's neck being snapped, but that was a little bit comical what you said, how you said it. But no, that's a little rough, man. And I don't want to get in that situation. I never heard the sound of nobody's neck popping, and I don't want to hear it. Other than being at a car. Now, well, I take that back. I've been at a chiropractor and I've had my neck pop, but not the kind of popping you not the kind of popping you talk about. Okay, man. Puppy, he said it hurts. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, yeah. Well, you know, if you're talking about chiropractic stuff, it really didn't hurt. It frees stress out of me. It makes me better. But if you talk about trying to hurt somebody, yeah, I'm sure it does. Alicius, what's up, man? How you doing, my brother? So good to see you in the house. Everybody hit the like button. Come on now, hit that like button. Come on, man. What I got to do? Tell you. Come on. I'm going to count to 3. When I count to 3, I want to see that like number go up. Okay, right now we got 3. I need more than that. Come on now. 1, 2, 3. Chichipaya. Hit the like button. Okay, we ain't got 3 yet. Let's go. Come on. We ain't got 4. I need 4. Let's go. He said, Alicius, if you're not have you guys have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me and hit the like button as well. Okay, man? Let's go ahead and do that. He said, hello from Northern Marianas Island, Sapian, USA. Okay. I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Northern, I've never heard of that, man. That's a new one on me, Alicius. I'm sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong. I'm Googling that up right now. Northern Marianas Island, Saipan, I guess it's Saipan, Saipan. Okay, I'm gonna see what it say. I'm doing a chat GPT chat GPT on it and see what chat GPT would say. It says Saipan is the largest island and capital of the Northern Mariana Islands. It is located in Western Pacific Ocean and is part of a chain of volcanic islands. The Northern Mariana Islands are U.S. Commonwealth. Okay, so you're a U.S. Commonwealth. Okay. Saipan is one of the major populated islands in the group. It's known for its beautiful beaches, historical sites, and diverse culture. Wow. Alicius, you're in a good place, man. You're an islander and you're a Commonwealth. That means you're a USA. You should have some of the rights of a USA citizen because you're a Commonwealth island. You're a protectorate of the United States. I'll be honest with you, man. I've never heard of Northern Marianas Island in my life. So thank you for enlightening us. What's up? Robert Tate, he said, BobbieD, foreigner or black man talking. Hey, man, BobbieD is a foreigner and a black man. And I'm talking to you. I'm a foreigner in the Philippines. I'm a foreigner and a black man. And in the United States, I'm a native there. But I was born in Charleston, South Carolina, in the dirty South, and I moved from South Carolina to Georgia, and from 16 on up to adulthood, I lived in Georgia, so I know about the Southern life, and I've lived in Mississippi, and I know about the racism, okay, in the South, and not only is racism in the South, but it's also in the North as well. Trent from Punchy, the Albos, what? Trent from Punty, the apples in I guess that's Australia. Call us Migaloo to our faces. Okay. I guess I'm thinking you're saying apples in Australia. Okay. I'm not sure I understand that, Trent, but you got to give me some more clarity on that. But people will always call you out their name, to try to put you down because you're different from them. People need to understand that color is no bearing on your intelligence. Color is no bearing on your personality. You know, it's just a physical appearance. That's all it is. It's just a color. You know, and don't that because I'm black don't mean I'm stupid. Because I'm black don't mean I'm a thief. Because I'm black don't mean I'm nasty. I'm dirty. I'm a wife beater. It's just a color. That's all it is. But because of the Europeans and how they brainwashed many nations, the colonized this country was colonized by Europeans for almost 400 years, and they brainwashed them to think that black was wrong. Okay, same way they did in the United States. Many of us still like. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. What's that guy? What's that? Senator Tim Scott. He's brainwashed and he's a senator. He think white is right, black is wrong. So then skin. Just because we are skin folk, that don't make us our kinfolk, right? Tim Scott is a skin folk. He got the same kind of skin color we got, but that don't make him our kinfolk. He's not our kin. He's not my brother. When you talk about, well, we almost support Trump. Go ahead with that, man. Get away from me with that. All right, guys. He said, BobbieD, the coffee shop kid was giving you a foreigner's tax as well. Okay, yeah, I got you, man. I don't know what the problem was. But you know what, Robert? That happens all the time. And I thank God that I have Lisa D with me. She's a witness to it. It happened today. It happened about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Again, I had another issue in a coffee shop with a different coffee shop. Wasn't Starbucks this time. It was a shop called Abaca, ABCA. I don't know if they have that in the USA, but there's a pretty prominent coffee shop here in the Philippines. And it was worse. It was worse. But yeah, things like that happen every day. And then you won't hear a lot of the bloggers out here mention those types of things because they want views and they want to make sure that they give you the idea that everything is perfect out here. This is a perfect land, utopia. It's not. And no place on this earth is going to be utopia. The United States is not utopia, even though millions and millions of people are coming through our southern border to get there. They don't know what they're getting into. Some of them, if they really wanted to, if they really wanted to know the real truth, they'd be trying to run the other way, because as soon as they get here, across that border, a lot of them, if they're coming illegal, they're going to get locked up. They're put in the jail cell. And some of them may get into detention or like that, but they got to go to court and then they got to get kicked out, deported. So, and then some of them don't even make it crossing the river and all these territories. They got to go through to get it. They get raped and they get robbed and then some of them get murdered. It's a nightmare trying to get to this country. But at that same token, this is one of the best countries. The United States is one of the best countries in the world when you compare it to other countries such as the Philippines, and all other smaller countries, or Russia, Germany, many other countries out there. This is the better country to be in. Okay. And I've lived in various other foreign countries all over the world. So I'm a world traveler. And I can tell you by far, even with all its troubles, with all its trials, with all this racism, it's better off than many, the United States is better off to live in and dwell in than many other countries out there in the world. Okay, guys. I don't see no more comments. All right, it's up to y'all. Just to hang out, bang out, clang out. Y'all ain't got nothing else to say. I might have to hang it up. Okay. It's been real. I need y'all. Can you hit the like button? Come on, man. Hit the like button for me one time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cheat your pie out. Hit the like button. Let's go. Get the likes up, y'all. Come on, y'all. Get the likes up. Those of you here, if you've never subscribed to this channel, the Love Train Nation, hit that subscribe button for me. And let's get that subscribers up. Right now, we have over 14,000 subscribers. For the rest of this year, we're looking at 20 plus. Okay, that's our goal. If we get it, fine, but that's what we're shooting for. Okay, help us get that 20,000 subscribers. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button for me. Okay, man. Can you do that for me? Let's do that for me one time, okay? 1, 2, 3. Chit-cha-paya. Let's say if you haven't subscribed to the channel, let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been real. We talked about a lot of things today. We talked about some relationships. We talked about different countries that you live in. We talked about racism. We talked about some of the current events that's happening here. We talked about the jeepney situation here in the Philippines. And we talked about a couple other things. Sinaloa just ended. And what else? We do have a lot of stuff, man. So that's why I like the hangouts, because anything goes and everything is on the table to talk about. And everything is on the table to walk about too. Okay, that's how we do on this show. But yeah, we talked about moving to the USA as well. Tatum, he said, BobbieD, I saw some recent vlogs about how to use CRs in the Philippines. How to use CRs. Okay, we want to talk about that. CRs, for those of you who don't know, a CR is a comfort room. Okay, what is a comfort room, BobbieD? I don't know what they mean, comfort room. Comfort room, man. That's when you go to handle your business. You got to do a number 1 or number 2. They call it CR, which is comfort room, stands for comfort room, okay? Out of the restroom, bathroom, whatever you want to call it. That's where you go to do, you handle your business. And how do you use the CR? I don't know. Well, it's various ways. Well, it depends on the CR. Some CRs don't have a toilet seat. They just have a toilet. Some CRs don't have toilet paper. Some TRs, they'll have a toilet, but it won't be no running water. I mean, it's some of, and there won't be any water. It's a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, CRs in the Philippines, some of them are clean. If you go to the malls, usually those are decent. Okay, and then there's some CRs that's nasty. As you wouldn't want to smell. You want to go by, but people use it every day. And out here, they've become accustomed to it, and it's like ain't nothing to them. People out here accept it, but as a foreigner, you don't accept lower quality stuff. So when you come out here to the Philippines, make sure, guys, if you're traveling about, bring your little backpack or fanny pack, whatever you want to call it. I carry one of these with me. Let me show you this. Man purse, whatever you want to call it. I keep it around my neck, on my shoulder, and some things I have in there. I have wipes. Okay, you need wipes in there, because when you go, you got to handle your business. Usually, I would say about 80% of the time, you're not gonna find no toilet paper. Okay, 80% of the time, you're not gonna find a seat. So you got to stand up, drop it like it's hot. That's what you got to do, and hopefully it hit the right spot. But because you don't know what kind of diseases and germs is out there, but you know when you got to go, you got to go. And then and then a lot of times there's no water in there at all, so you need your own cloths. Okay, I usually carry hand wipes everywhere I go, and I carry alcohol spray white, because a lot of times there's no water, you can't wash your hands, there's no soap. So you will find that in most establishments that are not large malls or stuff like that. And then you'll find a lot of places have no CR. So what happens if you're on a trip? And guess what? You got to hit the side of the road, buddy. And that happens a lot. You see people out here hitting the streets. Yeah. They don't. I've never seen anybody doing number 2 in the street, but number 1 almost every day. You know, it depends on where you go. But almost every day, you see number 1. It's like it's common here, you know. And then what happens also, guys, if you go to a CR in the mall, let's say you're in the mall walking around, and you need to do your number 1 or whatever, and you go into the mall, you go into the CR in the restroom. There's the people, the attendants there, right? Usually there's male and a female. The male and the female. The male is supposed to do the male room, clean it, whatever. CR restroom, right? And the female is supposed to clean up the female, right? Not so, not here. They'll have the female in there with you in the male side. I'm telling you, man, you handle your business, you try to do your number 1, and she's like, oh, excuse me. You think I'm playing with you, man? It happens every day. And they like to look at black men because they think we like, huge, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, I'm like, excuse me, man, can you just turn around? I'm telling you, man. This is some of my CR issues and CR concerns that I'm bringing to you. I don't know. I've never seen the videos you talking about, Robert, but that's just some of my recollections and some of my thoughts of CRs here in the Philippines. Okay, man. He said it was information I only about CRs. Robert driving like, yeah, man, you gotta drop that stuff. You can't hold it. So, when I'm out and about, guys, this is what I do. And this is what hopefully these things I do. What we got to do, number one, we'll go to the CR, okay, in the restroom where we are, because we know we have our hand wipes, and we have our alcohol, right? Number one is okay, but number two, no. We try to hold that bad boy till we get to the house, because we know how bad it is out here. We got a lot. We try to hold it till we get to the house. If we can't hold it, then we do it, but we make sure we spray everything down real good. And most of the time, guys, when you go to the CR in public, they will not have a toilet seat. They just have the toilet bowl. And a lot of times there's no water in the bowl. A lot of times, if there's water in the bowl, it doesn't flush. And then there's no soap to clean your hand with. If there's water running, sometimes there's no water. So it just depends on where you go and how clean that facility is. So bring your own stuff. Take a tip from me, and you'll be better off for it. All right, guys, I got to go. That's all for now. This is BobbieD. Take care. God bless. And peace. I will see you guys on the backside of tomorrow. Take care, man.